Well, I just yanked the head off. About time. I don't see any holes in the pistons. This is an 88 4.0, so there is an EGR tube connecting the intake and exhaust, so you're really separating them is a pain in the butt. So they're going to stay on. And the AC compressor and its mount stay on. There's 3 bolts. You just move it out a little ways and bam, all kinds of room. Here's the fixture I made, and there's a reason for this, because on the intake and exhaust side, I think I might try putting everything back in as one piece, because getting to these last couple of nuts and bolts on the end here is a huge pain in the ass. So with the intake hanging off of here, this lifting side would probably balance it almost about right. It's slotted, so I can adjust the CG a little bit if I need to. There's this side of the cylinder head, the bolts for the valve cover are not spaced the same as this side. Okay, they are not. That's why there's all kinds of freaking differences between the 2 brackets. But anyway, you can see the head is balanced pretty good. So it takes the weight off of it, so you can grab onto here and use this as a handle and then move it up and down and sideways as you wiggle it out. It's pretty slick. This is just, I don't know, 2-inch, it was 2x2 aluminum. Now it's 2x1.5. The short side mounted to the head is 1.5 inches. So anyway, here's something else I came up with I thought was actually important. This is the last bolt in the back that has that metal shelf and the wiring harness going by, and it's a huge pain in the butt. So what I found out is my socket is the same height as my spark plug socket. These are 5/8, and a spark plug socket works like a charm because it's shorter. And what I did was I put a wrench on top of it like that, and then put a wrench, let's see, how did I do it? I did it like this. You see that? See, a huge amount of leverage. Well, that's to tighten it. This would be to loosen it. And you put it on there, and the height's nice and low, and it gave me lots of leverage way out here on the end. And you just pull it, and it pops it loose, and you go a ways, and then you can get it off any other way you want to. But breaking it loose is a big deal. So a spark plug socket's 5/8. I've had that socket, I'll bet you money, 30 years. Made in Taiwan, works fine, and it's the same as all the other head bolts. So anyway, just thought I'd show you. It's a 5/8 spark plug. We used to call those peanut plugs. Chrome vanadium. Ooh. Anyway, crew line. Anyway, I don't know where I got it, and like I said, I've had it for eons, but it worked perfect. It's tall enough, but it gives you a little height reduction when you use those wrenches. And then, of course, I made a piece of tubing here, hose to drop on there and stuff. But anyway, so the head's off. Lots of carbon in there. There's a EGR problem with these, and they suck oil in and make a damn carbon mess. So I'm going to do a valve job myself on this, and I'll have to clean all that up. I may sandblast it now. The last few minutes it was running, man, this thing was knocking like you cannot believe. And then it started missing, so I thought maybe one of the spark plugs got shorted, but you know, those spark plugs look tan. They're the right color, and they're all the same color. And I don't see any crap in there. So, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I expected a hole in the piston. The spark plug wires are kind of crappy. Maybe they died right at that moment. Just a little coincidental for me. Anyway, it's up. It's functional. I gotta go figure out how to put it on my temporary workbench right there. Got the valve grinder out already, although sometimes I cut valves on a lathe. But it's just so much less of a pain in the butt when it's balanced like this, and you can swing it around, move it. I tied a little loop here at the top so it doesn't slip either way, and it just came off just joyously. There's other ways to do this, and others have done it other ways. What happened first when I started pulling it up is this side was hanging down because this stud and this stud were kind of hanging up on the exhaust. So I gave it a little pressure. This tilted up like that, pried them out, and bam, it was loose. So anyway, there it is. I'm proud. Sorry, I'm moaning and groaning here. Let's see here. No, I don't see any major craters or this is 1988. It says front 50. God, I hope this isn't 50 over. That would suck. So that means pistons are a lot more money. So we'll find out. But you know what? I really just don't see a problem. I do not see a problem. I put tape over my throttle body just because, you know, doing all this, it gets dirt and crap on it. I left the injectors on. Mine has rubber hoses attached to the in and out on the fuel lines, so I just folded it back. It was a piece of cake. I think we're going to get some 4-point injectors that are the same output. Upgrade them from 30 years, you know. Anyway, it's done. I got to find out what's wrong with it. I'm sure there was a piston busted off, but this thing was missing like crazy. So it might be time. I grabbed a spark plug wire once on the outside and it shocked me. So I do believe they're pretty rotten. They're probably factory too. So, alright, that's it. I'm proud. It's done. Now I got to figure out how to get the damn oil pan off. I found a guy who ripped one off using his truck. And I'm there, man. I'm there. So, anyway, that's it for now. See you, bye.